Welcome to the Mill Spouse Coffee House Podcast. Your podcast baristas Leslie and Britni have a latte on their minds.
My kid gets in the dishwasher, that's the first thing she grabs is the knife.
To use all the help. All the help.
Am I the only one that's weirded out by that situation? Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask.
You don't have to get dressed. You can do online hungover, y'all.
That's true.
Yeah. That's funny.
Here are your hosts, Leslie and Britni.
I'm struggling with my organization. And I think I get so many notifications that I'm overlooking important things. So I don't know what to do.
Well, some of it you just need to weed through your email and just delete, like unsubscribe, unsubscribe from all of the junky stuff that you don't ever read.
You're right. I should do that. My 7,000. Actually, I'm up to 10. I'm just saying there's 5 figures there.
My God. Are you serious?
Can you see it?
That's giving me heart palpitations.
Oh, I'm doing so much. They're like 10 years old.
Why do you have that many in your inbox?
I don't know, because I don't check the spammy ones, and I like your folders. So that's what I need to do. I need to make folders.
Do you want me to just get in your email and I'll just have at it?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of I do. Yes, let's do that. Schedule a time. Think of my inbox.
Let me tackle that inbox for you.
It's bad.
Yeah. Welcome to Mill Spouse Coffee House Podcast, everybody. I'm Britni.
I'm Leslie.
And we are here for another episode of the Mill Spouse Coffee House Podcast. Today, we are talking about how the real world does not care who your husband or wife is.
Ooh, who just freaked out when they heard that? Who was like, that's gonna be a good one.
Most people don't really care who they are or what they do, nor do they understand what it is.
And no, let's start with understanding first off, because nobody gets it. Yeah. But yeah, the real world. And by the real world, we're meaning civilian world.
Right. So let me just back it up for a minute and tell you how I kind of got this. How I had this light bulb. Yes. So I was at a conference for my job and I'm sitting there with people. I've been with the same company for 13 years, right? But I work remotely. So this company has 15,000 employees nationwide. I don't know most of them. I only know about maybe 50 people total out of the whole company. So I'm at this conference. I was selected out of a certain amount of people to go. And so some of these folks I've worked with and emailed with for years and have just never met them in person.
Right.
So we're getting to know each other, whatever. And this company we don't really have a lot of remote employees. I'm kind of like a special circumstance. They made a special thing for me, which is great. I love that. And I'm very lucky. But most of the employees work in offices. And so they're asking me why do you live in Memphis?
Right.
Why do you live?
Why do you get this special treatment?
We don't have, they're trying to figure out why do you live here? And I'm like, oh, well, my husband is in the military and, he does this and we're there. And they're like, oh, cool. Can I have a hamburger? And I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool. But, most of the time when I'm like, oh, my husband's in the military, people are like, oh, that's so great. What does he do? Or where are you stationed? They actually understand or they engage a little bit more. And they were kind of like, okay, cool. All right, what's next?
That is really interesting. Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, most people are like, oh, okay, great. And ask questions. Yeah. Wow.
Not that my husband is somebody and I expect people to be like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. But he's a pilot. That's a cool job. And people are.
Listen, I wanted to be a pilot.
I know. And most people are like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And so I had to remember that I was at a work conference for me. They don't care who my husband is.
Nope. Yeah. And I think, it kind of comes back to something that we say all the time is you've got to separate yourself from the military. But yeah, that was all about you.
Oh, yeah, it was all about me. And we forget so much how to make it all about us again. We're like, oh, God, I am a real human being and I work and I have, and I do this and I have my own identity. I'm just married to the military.
Actually, I'm kind of glad that happened, that they like didn't make a big deal about it.
Oh yeah.
That's like, yes.
It was something very like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that reminder that like, I have my head up my ass pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. And that you're your own person.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
I remember. I'm not just a military spouse. Like, I'm a human being and I can do my own things. So
yes. Way to go, person who just ignored everything you said.
I know.
They don't know what they just did.
It changed my life, or at least like reminded me, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Got it.
That is awesome. Yeah, but it is a good reminder, because I think like in civilian world, people don't ask that question. And I think, I know I've said this before too, is like when you meet somebody out in the world, they're not like, oh, hey, what does your husband do? Like right off the bat.
No, they don't. They don't care.
That is not a thing in civilian world. So it is just very interesting that we do that and they don't.
I know. The only other time that I think about that maybe like, I have a friend whose husband is a surgeon, and they do a lot of like surgeon-y kind of stuff, and the wives all stick together. So I think that in other industries there are like surgeon wives or the whatever wives, and I mean there are those TV shows like Basketball Wives.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm sure there's similarities in different industries, but for the most part, they don't care.
I don't think so. If anybody else is in like part of one of those industries that we think is like a very like small niche area that they do it, let us know.
Yeah, I'd be interested to just kind of learn about that.
I would actually be very interested in the surgeon world thing. That's kind of like,
if I remember correctly, I don't remember. I think it's like a hand surgeon or something. I'm not really sure, but they do a lot of like traveling, because he teaches at a lot of different hospitals, or he goes and takes classes at a lot of different hospitals, and she kind of goes with him because he makes $8 bajillion a year.
You don't have to work,
so she doesn't have to work, and so she just goes with him, and all the wives kind of go together, and I don't know, it's very interesting. It's just different than I guess
like Real Housewives of
of the hospital.
I don't know. That sounds. And then you could get like crazy with like the nurses, like the ER nurses who are like the wild ones. Yes. Compare those two lives.
Oh yes, that's true. That's funny.
I also just made an assumption about nurses based on the handful that I know. If you're a nurse and you're not crazy, I apologize. But I just feel like it's just a much different atmosphere. I don't think I could handle an ER. That is a lot.
No, that is totally, and this is another topic for another day, but we had to take my daughter to the ER one time, and it literally was because she didn't want to go to the bathroom, and it was because it hurt.
Yes.
That's a story to share with her.
You should do your own episode about your kid.
I know, gosh.
There's all of the things that she does.
Yes, she's a nut job.
Hey everyone, it's Sheena from the Dear Mill Family podcast, and you're listening to Mill Spouse Coffee House with Britni and Leslie. Have fun!
Going back to our topic of the real world does not care who your husband or wife is.
Sorry. Ooh. Yeah. And actually, I sort of feel like to some extent the military spouse world doesn't really care either. I know like rank is a whole thing for them, and it's definitely appropriate over there, but honestly I don't really care either. So.
I mean, to be honest with you, I probably have no idea what it even means, right? Like I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what any military stuff means, because honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't care.
I know. I was asked the other day what unit my husband's with, and I was like, I don't know. I can tell you where his building is when I occasionally drop lunch off when he forgets.
See,
but I don't know.
I don't even do that. I do not feel sorry for him. I'm like, go to the commissary on base.
Right. Also true. I didn't listen. I'm just trying to be nice. There was a time when we were like newlyweds that I made his lunch in the morning.
Oh,
fuck that. Don't do that anymore.
I never did that.
I used to be really awesome.
I probably am not the best wife, though. I probably could like go back and
listen. I could go back to school, to like housewife school.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not a housewife. That's the catch. Like, my husband does our laundry because he doesn't like the way that I fold.
Ditto! Our house too. My husband does laundry.
Yes.
And the vacuuming. I hate vacuuming, and he loves it.
Really? I can handle vacuuming. It's an immediate gratification with the lines and the carpet.
Oh,
Listen,
no. I don't
you can see all the stuff come up because we got the dogs and the dog hair.
Oh, true.
And we have this sweet Shark vacuum. Not an endorsement, but it's legit.
But Shark, if you're listening.
But hey, we do this once an episode. You know that?
No.
Sure. We're here just in case. Oh my gosh. But no, I'm down with vacuuming, not laundry, and dishes I'm really not a fan of. So I'm just counting down the days.
I don't mind doing dishes, and they actually say it's a great stress reliever to do dishes. I was reading something.
Who said that?
Husbands of America.
Right. Exactly. They were like, look, babe, read this article. See? It also says you should make my lunch in the morning. That is stress reliever.
We need to make our own book. We need to write our own rules about how to be the best husband or wife.
Yeah,
and it's basically going to be like vacuum every day. Do the dishes. Hire a maid. Maybe you just do that and just hire a maid all the time.
I have to. That's like the first thing when I start making more money that I have to be spent on random things. A maid is number one.
Yes.
Like, and not even like to clean the whole house. I just need like the dusting.
Yeah, just do the gritty stuff for me. Like, I can do everything else. Like the stupid fans, getting the dust off the top of the fans.
I'm looking at mine right now. I'm just going to turn it on and then you can't see the dust. It's fine. Nobody will see it. But, except when it flies off. It's not to that point yet, though.
I've had that happen before. It's so embarrassing. And
right?
You're like, oh. You turn the fan on. It hasn't been on for a long time. And you're like, oh, God.
Right.
I really.
Over there. Don't. Oh, my gosh.
Don't look.
So funny. But
hey,
I need that.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. What?
How are things going over at Classy Broads Coffee?
Ooh, very classy is what's happening. Really, really good. We've brought some new ambassadors on.
Nice.
So y'all stay tuned over there. We are kind of moving and grooving. Our online sales are great. Y'all know that you can get Classy Broads coffee from East Coast to West Coast, right? We ship. ClassyBroadsCoffee.com. You can buy all the things. All of our women produce coffee.
I love it. Everybody check it out. ClassyBroadsCoffee.com. Follow on Facebook and Instagram. Are y'all anywhere else?
I am on Instagram. Am I active on Instagram? I'm there.
That is the question.
I'm there. You guys, I'm trying. I'm really trying. This whole doing this business thing solo is, wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Do you know what this is? Do you know who makes this?
Pyrex?
Ooh, no. Tupperware.
Oh.
All right. So here's the deal with this cup. I want to know how many of our listeners know what it is and
yeah,
water out of it, because these are they don't make these anymore. I don't think. Maybe they do. They might have brought it back, but my mom drank out of these my entire life, and so naturally as an adult I was like, I need Tupperware water cups, and I can't find them anywhere. So every time I go to a thrift shop or something, I'm like, oh, they have the cups, because I only drink water out of plastic. I don't like to drink it out of glass.
Why?
I have no idea. Again, I think it's just because my mom did it. Psychological. I don't know. It just tastes different. Like the glass, I feel like interferes with the taste of the water. And it's I don't know. No idea. I really don't. I don't have a good answer for you. So I have an official water cup that nothing but water can be put in. One time my husband put Coke in my Tupperware water cup, and he's never done it again. So,
because just like the real world, you don't care who your husband is.
Right. Listen.
And he is not allowed to drink out of your water cup.
Do not put Coke in there. But I did meet one other person in the world who is the same. Not my mom, because she had Tupperwares at her house, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I told her this exact same story, and she's like, oh, me too.
Interesting. I do remember those cups growing up, and I don't think we had any at our house, but I know that I went over to friends' houses that had them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, if anybody has extras laying around, send them my way.
I've not seen them recently.
No, I don't. I really don't know. I don't think they make them anymore. I don't know. So I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Yeah, if you guys know where you can find these really cool Tupperware cups.
So cool. They're vintage. Listen. It's very cool. They come in a variety of pastel colors. Good. But I only like the smooth ones because they also have these with rigid, like.
Yes, I have seen those
hard
too.
ones.
I don't like those.
No, those aren't good either.
Yeah.
So, better than glass, but still.
I gotcha.
Anyway, there's our beverage tangent.
Going off the rails again.
All right. What?
I'm just really interested in hearing to see if anybody else has had any experience with like a story similar to mine where you go and you're like, oh yeah, my husband or wife does this, and you know, and you didn't get the reaction that you normally get, maybe,
right.
Or it just kind of like put you in your place a little bit, or not put you in your place, but just kind of made you think, oh yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because I can't think of anything recently that has happened.
You have to remember too that for the most part, most of us live in small military areas.
Right, that's
so
true, yeah.
We're very saturated with the military lifestyle. Those of us who live in like bigger areas that maybe we're not living at the installation and we're living somewhere else. We went back home or whatever.
Right. Yeah, because mine would have been recruiting duty. We didn't live near any military, but I think most people, and it may have just been where I was because I was in a really rural area where it's primarily super patriotic. Yeah. So I got the, oh my God, thank him for his service, that whole spiel.
Yeah.
Which, you guys, does anybody like react really well to that? Because I'm always kind of awkward. I'm like, okay, thanks. Like, what is the answer? Like, how do you respond to that?
It always makes me feel super weird. And like I kind of want to be like, oh, thank you. You know, like my husband, it kind of weirds him out too because he's like, oh, you're welcome. I mean,
if you would like to put gas in my car as a thank you, that's fine. But I don't know how to have this conversation. So I'm going to grab my Snickers and my Monster and I'm out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what to do with that either.
That is, we want suggestions for that too. I know y'all have
somebody's probably like super gracious about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah, I like sink into the wall and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. And then they're like, oh, and you too. And I'm like, too far.
Yeah.
Also true.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about is when they say thank you to me and I'm like, I mean.
Do you say you're welcome?
I'm like, I stayed home and watched Netflix while he's deployed. You know, like, sure.
Yeah, because your welcome is just really not, I don't feel like your welcome is appropriate.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
So, I don't know, like, I appreciate your support.
Or thank you for the support. Thank you for your kind words.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I would never say that in real life. Emails I would, but not in real life. But maybe. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe we should have a script that we like a go-to. We need a go-to for all situations so that we're not awkward. And yeah.
Okay.
That's what we can put out on our website. Like, here's
we need
how to not awkwardly answer when people say thank you.
How to not be awkward. And what did we all talk about at the beginning of the episode?
Very valuable.
Something else that we were going to create. I don't remember what it is now, but we will go back through this recording and we will find out what that is. And we want to hear from y'all about your crazy stories, about your like light bulb moments where you're like, you know what? The rest of the world really doesn't care.
For the most part. Okay.
And that's okay.
Right. Yes, because it really is. It's just fine. It's fine.
Maybe we need like a Tupperware anonymous group or something, and you guys can like exchange Tupperware cups.
Oh, that would be fun. Or like, you know how you take pictures like in random places of like things?
Oh, yeah.
We can have an Instagram account. Okay, you guys. So find me. We'll take pictures of our Tupperware in various places.
That's a great idea.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. But you know what? It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. One time I was at a bar and these people had a goose. There's some beer that they're like, their tap handle is a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? I have no idea.
I can't think of it right now, but I've seen it.
So they had this tap handle and they would take pictures of the goose tap handle at like every bar they went to.
Oh.
And it had like a following of like 60,000 people.
What?
So stupid. The goose can do it. So can the cup.
There's your slogan right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Lord.
The moral of this episode today is don't forget that you are your own person and you have your own identity, and don't get wrapped up in everything that's in this military world.
Right.
Remember that there's other stuff outside of it. It's easy to get sucked into the bubble. Get out of the bubble.
Yes, it is. Get out of the bubble. You are you, and don't hide behind the uniform, because that's not it's not yours. I mean, unless it is, and that's cool. But
yeah, if it's yours, then hey,
you do
that. Yes,
respect.
You do you.
Because I ain't doing that shit. Not happening. But yeah. I think that's a really important reminder, and glad that happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, in a way too. I am too.
Awkward, but
yeah, I was very like, cool.
Thanks. Me too. I need what did you say, marker?
It was a hamburger.
A hamburger
too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool, you guys. So definitely hit us up with any comments, questions. Tupperware cups,
stories. We want to hear.
We do, and even if it's like not related to this episode necessarily, really good, funny Millspouse stories are nice to share anyway, and we might just feature you on our blog. So
you never know.
millspousecoffeehouse.com.
Thanks for listening, guys. We also have sponsorship and collaboration opportunities available, so email us at hello@millspousecoffeehouse.com. And as always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.